Satanic Grocery.
JD's.
Wow. Now we're live.
Cyclone.
Yeah. But we weren't live at first?
Looks
No.
like we weren't.
No.
Oh,
Wow.
This
You
is the
gotta do your
problem
little
with the
spiel
YouTube
all
app.
over again?
No, that's okay. Well, we'll talk about it again.
Bruh, that was so cool. Do it again.
Yeah, I will. So
It just came up on YouTube now.
yeah,
I
that's
know.
funny. I had it.
You had it? It was showing
Yeah.
for you?
I popped up the chat.
Yeah, the chat was probably
Yeah,
popping up.
the chat was
the
rolling,
chat was
but the
already
actual
going.
live wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've been
let's
talking
see.
for 10 minutes now about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the reason is I hit live.
That's funny.
On Facebook.
I'll show you guys. I hit the live button here. I have a live button. Now it's said and stream. I hit that, and right away I went to Facebook and I went to this. If I do that and I don't stay on this tab until it goes live, it will not go live.
Oh,
So I have to have that tab open for me to go live. So
learned something new.
that said, I started with this. So I put this on Facebook, saw this on Facebook, and I stole it off somebody else's page to put on mine and send it to a couple groups. So this, I found it was funny. Talking to girls isn't so hard. Just tell her about your interest. So the little boy goes. So basically, a group of us gets together and drive our tiny trucks in the woods. And the girl goes, I want to go home. So that was funny. Oh, I think that's funny for me anyways. A girl in our group actually said she put one word too many in her sentence. It should have been just, I want to go, because that's what she would have said. So that was funny.
Sounds like you're telling a Christmas story.
Yeah.
Right.
This is another thing that Aaron is working on, RC Spark. He put that on Facebook on his group. Well, this was on his personal page. He's going to be building this. So he's thought of doing this, and this is the Thrasher boat. And he's going to rebuild this version that he saw on TV, featured episode on Ridiculous Rides. So it's a front of a van with a built-in trailer for a boat.
And that boat comes out.
Yeah, this boat actually comes out. When you back up the van, this boat starts floating and you can actually drive off with it.
So it's
I
like a big
believe that's
big
front wheel
trailer.
drive too.
Yeah, but
trailer with a motor on it.
it looks like it'd be front wheel drive only. Because
Yeah, it is only front wheel drive because you can see here there's no, this is just a trailer axle.
Yeah. So they took a 4-wheel drive van front, and they just kept the front wheel drive part of it.
I hope they did, because if they took a rear wheel drive van and took the rear wheel drive off of it,
Dana.
it wouldn't have worked.
It still could get
Yeah,
stuck on a boat.
you would have yourself one hell of a top.
That's
That
true.
means there's a transfer case there. There must be a transfer case that goes right to the front shaft.
They must be, or maybe they reversed the engine. Maybe they put the engine in the
Yeah.
back here.
Get
Mhm.
it inside.
Don't know. I have
Yeah.
no
And
idea.
I bet the size of that, it doesn't go over 20 miles an hour.
No.
No, it would have to have the front
The
part
boat,
of it.
the boat, on the other hand, yeah, that goes well over.
Another thing on my Facebook group, I did put Facebook page. I did put this for the new LMT. Put this early in the morning. This was 11 hours ago, and about 5 hours after I post this, I started receiving email from somebody in here in this group telling me we should talk about this, as if I'm not don't know about this.
I posted it to Brad like 10 minutes after it was announced.
Okay.
I was already watching a video on it when you said that.
Yeah.
John.
Tony's been hitting it pretty hard too.
Yeah, yes.
So
Already got
Losi
15
came out with that.
Well, of course he recorded it.
I was
He
gonna
did.
say, he's a
Yeah.
he's a
Yeah, he
monster
recorded
truck
that
fan,
video
so-
you're watching.
And we all said at the beginning, this thing, to me and a lot of people here, overpriced at
Yeah.
$269.99.
Now here's the thing. Now is the UB18 is that overpriced?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I would have had one already by
And I'm
now
a
if it wasn't that
scalper lover.
expensive.
And I need to have one because of future endeavors coming up. But man,
You're not gonna
I still
buy
keep
nah,
I still keep leaning towards it. So
yeah,
And on top of it, you still need a USB powered power supply to actually charge it.
jeez.
No, the one that comes in the box
is the same as
There's none in the box because it says
You need the actual
complete.
plug.
Oh, the plug. Well, yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, to be fair, that everybody else doesn't give you one either. So
Hell, you
If you have a phone, you have a plug.
I was gonna say you used to get one with a cell phone. Now you don't get one with your cell phone.
Yeah.
You know.
Here, I'll show you how easy it is to grab one. There's one right there.
Exactly.
That's from a rope. We didn't.
Hey, there's one right here.
Yeah.
put that down, John. It
Yeah.
looks like a fire.
Waiting to happen.
God.
What's up,
Mind you,
Sarge?
I've seen the video of them, and let me tell you, they look like a hoot. They look like fun.
Yeah, they do look fun.
But
And they're metal chassis too.
Yeah. They got a lot of metal on it.
Well, I mean, that does kind of cover the price.
Like I said, it's all metal inside the drivetrain. It's got metal outputs on the yokes for the extra for the drive shafts and stuff.
The drive shafts themselves are plastic. The yokes are metal.
Yeah, yeah. Because the yokes will take more of a hit. And they have it right. They have it right down to an old, like a mini Cush, like the mini Cush drive from the LMT.
Yes. Those links are interesting color though.
It's titanium.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, another reason why it's 260.
But like to me, right now, this is going to
Really?
sit at my store for about $450.
Oof.
Yeah.
What?
This truck, Canadian.
Yeah, the conversion, I bet.
Conversion is killing me right now for US pricing. It's just crazy.
Keep telling you, Tank, make a list.
Yeah.
I'll buy it for you. Fishing trip.
I still got to pay you, and I still got to convert my money. It's.
Well, I think he
you
said
buy it or not, doesn't matter. The
30
conversion is still there.
No, I was saying you buy the fishing trip. I bring the RCs.
Ah, okay. I call you over here for a fishing trip.
There you go.
Okay.
They do 50 miles an hour.
He just comes back with a bucket full of fish.
That's true.
You are aware that it's a 15-mile-an-hour little car.
Huh?
It does 15 miles an hour. It's already been tested.
Yeah.
Richmond?
Wow. 15 miles an hour. Wow. For $269. I can go faster than that with the TT01 or TT02 for the same price.
No, you can't.
Yeah, but is it a 118 monster truck?
Yeah.
I could put bigger tires on the TT01 and just have just as much fun, I
You
guess.
better be careful because you're going to say it, and then it's going to be you're going to have to do it, which means you're going to have to buy one. Then it'll be a new speed series next.
Miles an hour. It's an 18 scale.
So, another thing I've seen, unless you guys want to talk more about this or what it actually has, but the price because of the price, this thing's dead for me right now.
It's dead. It's dead to me.
Brushed. It's brushed.
Yeah.
It is brushed, fully assembled.
It's brushed for that much.
Yep.
380 brush motor.
Here's the real thing. What brushless system would you not put in that thing if it's already going 15 miles an hour on a brush system? Are you even going to attempt to put in that thing?
Yeah, but even I wouldn't try it there, I don't think.
Castle's got a nice little system, and Hobbywing's got a nice little system.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Hobbywing system, but I'm just saying.
how
I'm just saying in general. You know,
I want my
How
shit
much
to go
more
fast.
speed? How much more speed does a thing that size need?
We're talking
All
speed.
of
We
it.
want speed.
You know
With a
that's
ground
all I'm
of
saying.
19 to 21 out
That's
the
all I'm
box.
saying.
Come on, we got top speed sitting next to you. Come on.
Yeah.
But I look at it this
I'm
way.
just throwing it out there. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm thinking about it, but you know what? I don't think I'm going to change from the stock.
It's
Oh,
already
you
a
will. You'll get
handful.
tired of it.
It's already a
Speed run.
handful. It's already a handful of 15 miles an hour.
No,
Putting it
That's all I'm
Oh.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe it's just the people you watch, Brad.
I had two buddies already talk to me today and go, "Hey, you gonna put you think we should put force steer on this?" And I'm thinking to myself, it's 1/18. It already can drive in a circle on a coffee table.
Oh, you can actually drive on a dime then.
But but if you're moving and you're trying to rotate both tires, yeah, you're gonna roll right over.
Yeah.
Sarge says he's getting one. Thompson says he's getting one.
Oh yeah.
Robert said with me, I'll wait a couple of years and see if the price goes down.
Yeah.
Can one of you guys do me a favor?
Depends.
Tell me to take a pill.
It is
Well,
Swampers. I want to say it's more. I think it's bigger than an 18 scale, just because it's a monster truck, just like the Capra.
I don't know.
The Capra looks like it's a 14 scale.
Like I said, the only way we would actually be able to know is if maybe Tony will pop in at some point.
Or 12 scale. I'd say it's more of a 14 scale.
This
Like I
reminds
said,
me.
he's had him in his hand.
Shrinkflation,
Yep.
where the
shrinkflation.
product gets smaller and smaller, but the price stays the same.
See,
Yes.
even Electric says that, put an XLX2 in it, big can in there. Shit.
Yeah, you might be able to fit a 540 in there if you do some modifications. So.
Oof.
No, I'm just saying in general. I don't think it needs much more than what it has.
Yeah, because it's a handful of 15 miles an hour, as I saw.
Yeah, the way the gearing is on that thing, and because the way it jumped, it looks like it got enough torque and enough speed to do some nice jump, because I've seen the video.
Yeah.
Problem is, I don't know if they modified the one they were using for the video. So,
well, the very thing, Tony recorded it. So there you go.
we can ask Tony if he shows up near the end of the show, which he sometimes does.
Yeah.
I could see Furatech being all over that thing too with a motor and a trans.
If you want a
An
little more
outrunner.
speed,
Yeah,
No,
right.
But like I said, it's like I'm until I see it, I'm almost satisfied with it being stock.
Yeah, it's true. Until you see it and actually drive it, then you can determine, okay, do I want to upgrade it or not? Because I do the same thing. I run it stock, and then if I don't like it, I either change it or get rid of it.
Cyclone.
Here's how I look
I'll wait
at
for
it.
a used one.
It's almost
here's how I look at it.
it's almost the same It's almost the same conversation when the dirt bike first come out. Like, it looks really cool, the price stings a little bit, but then when you get it, you can't get enough of it.
Mhm.
Exactly.
If you want it to go a little faster, all you need to do is go to a Sport Tune brushed 380.
You got to be a monster truck person, though. I'm not.
That's just
It
my
gets slow
motor.
with my motor.
Yeah, but
That's
here's the thing, 15 miles an hour. Yeah, sure. That's still a little bit too quick to be in the house, but at least, in your basement or a garage, maybe you might be able to rip around on it any time of year.
Well,
That's right, Electric. Tony is already biased. He's the one that he loves monster trucks.
Mhm.
He'll probably hope
Right.
to do races with those little things.
Well, plus, he likes the small stuff now too.
His wife likes small stuff too. She's with him.
What? If he was listening, he'll be on.
It's not
now.
brushless.
Yeah, it's brush 380.
I mean, like I said, you could go to a Sport Tuned brush motor to get a little more speed out of it.
Well, why would I want to downgrade Losi?
Sure, it's fast enough for how small it is.
25 turn, Brad. The one in the truck.
Fortune is what, Brad?
I forgot what they said Sport Tuned is. It's the 380 Sport Tuned is.
What?
But I
think it's
know, I
29.
know the 380
Well,
Sport Tune
well,
can do
tell
over
us. Look it
30,000.
up. Look it up and tell us.
Hey. I know that Sport Tune can do over 30,000 RPM. Okay.
Just look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
So
That's what we all do.
Said it can do over 30,000 RPM.
he can't look it up. He's on the phone.
I'm looking it up. But
Okay,
the site slows
okay.
it down.
All right,
It's
let's see
It's a
here.
Tamiya. I'm not going to put it in a Losi.
No. You can get the Traxxas 18 turn and put it in there.
5660 TP Big King.
It's 29 turn, the Tamiya Sports Tune.
Yes.
But I know it has high RPM.
All 8 S's.
Electric says it's fast enough to drive scale if that's what you're into.
It does backflips off the little mini ramp. Exactly what I like, little monster truck stunts. Yeah. Yeah, that does.
But is it going to actually be the main competition? Going to be the Grom?
Oh no.
No,
Absolutely not.
They're at any monster truck event or where they race the bigger ones. They'll race these. They won't race the Grom.
There'll be a standalone.
It'll be a standalone class of its own.
I forgot that I was sharing. Okay. Another thing that some people were talking about is this radio from
That interests me.
Radiomaster.
And on this thing, it's supposed to connect to like over 100 receivers from other companies.
Yes.
No shit.
That is definitely interesting.
But does it hold a signal? Like how far?
It says 1 kilometer.
That's long. That's over 1,000. That's over 1,000 feet.
Almost a mile.
Okay.
Comes with a lot of cool
129.
It comes with a lot of stuff too.
Well, didn't they say there's 2 versions of it? One of them is faster, and then the other one has a longer distance, I believe.
Oh, see, they have these things: ELRS version and 4-in-1 version.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the difference? Like,
one of them, like I said, one of them does a longer distance that I read. I watched a video over it.
Okay. And how do you know when I buy this? How do I know which region is Canadian or US? FCC or LBT?
FCC is
FCC US.
So
that might be the northern.
Like, we're getting so many acronyms nowadays, like LBGBQ, whatever, and then now FCC. It's crazy.
Oh wow, I got 2 extra drive shafts.
Hey, but Tank, when you think about it, we've had acronyms since SOS.
That's true.
You know,
ACDC.
What are those little things with the wires on them?
you can plug them in down at the base. You can put extra switches down there.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
like a knob?
Yep.
Yeah, a couple switches and one's a knob, or yeah.
I hear it can have 35 channels.
32.
No, 32.
That's what I was about to. Boasting 10 physical input in the capability to handle either 16 or 32 channel. What I have to say right now is very important. I think we have found KBRC's radio he was looking for.
100%.
So this has 30 channels available for you, Keith.
He still say it's going to be under 30. He says it's going to be 30, not 32.
That's correct. And it is open source radio, so that's what we mentioned about. It's got multi-modules, so it can use other people's radio. So
does it have a list of by chance of
receivers, Tank?
Receivers,
yes.
Fly Scott.
I bet you it'll do Radio Link.
Available
good.
with built-in Express LRS or 4-in-1 MPM RF module. I guess that's what we got to read up on to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the 4-in-1 MPF RF modules is the one with the longer distance. Yeah,
We're
right
talking,
there.
we're talking, what?
Specifications.
Talking 2,500, 3,000 feet.
Love the triples.
That's about a 1
Internal
kilometer.
Optional.
Wonder how much the receivers are that come with it. Just
Yeah, there is one here, but yeah, I wonder how much they are worth.
and how many channels was it, Tank?
16 channel.
16, but it can
standard?
be up
There
to
it is.
expanded to 32.
But if you take the 4-in-1 only, that's the one that does 32 channel is the 4-in-1.
Okay. So
Oh.
the other one's a long distance one.
Yeah, right there's the specifications on down there for the two.
I don't know why I was thinking that was how many models it could have in memory.
Yeah, does it have a memory for models?
That I never heard. I imagine it have to.
It has to have a bunch of different model. Well, we'll get up to it, but let's see what the big difference is.
Yeah, the antennas are different.
2.4.
It comes with a case.
That option of it. Because I think it was multiple options, isn't it?
It's
Hmm.
very
Put a 8.4 volt in there, huh?
Yeah, the top one is a 3-channel.
So here's a protocol that this one does, the 4-in-1.
HSS, is that Futaba? No?
What's that?
Radio
we can
Link
do-
uses that.
Okay. I wonder if it can do a Futaba receiver. Not that I'd want to buy those, but
Castro thinks they're $20. The receivers.
the receiver they got, yeah.
That didn't say the distance on those. Up
Not yet, or the model, the numbers of people you can put.
It's 1 kilometer. We're talking 2,500 to 3,000 feet.
Both of them are 100 milliwatts. They're using the same milliwatt. Oh, this one up to 250 milliwatt on the Express. So the Express goes farther, but less channels.
You don't need channels if you're going for distance.
No.
Nope.
It'd be great for
You need 2 channels, maybe 3.
This would be a good thing for Mitch for distance rate for his speed runs. It has that.
70 protocols.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a big difference. Fast response speed, telemetry capable, compatible with many ready-to-run cars.
Yeah, see, it's just gonna hook straight up to those receivers.
So that's the 4-in-1 has the 70 supported protocols.
How can it have unlimited model memories?
With an
SD card.
Probably because you'll never own 1,000 cars.
Probably with an SD card, like it says.
Yeah.
So they probably just
Yeah, you just keep swapping your SD cards.
They don't know tank very well.
You throw a terabyte. You throw a terabyte card in it. It might take a couple thousand cars.
Maybe.
I bet more.
You know, I'm just throwing a number out there. You know.
So now we know the model memories that
Okay.
Unlimited.
Wow.
There we go, Keith. This is looking better and better for you for the car.
What if you have to back up all your model settings every time you update the firmware?
No, you just pop out the SD card.
Hey, Brian.
Adjustable trigger. A lot of people start to have that now.
I wonder if this will be any better for a 4-wheel steer setup than the Noble.
It might, because it does have that module that you can actually have a second wheel on it, which is kind of cool. We'll see that in a bit.
It's got knobs all over the place too.
Yeah, it
here we go,
does.
proportional
Switches and knobs.
knobs.
You're gonna have to put one of those things you type out on one of those things to put it on each button and knob to know what it is.
See, those are those two buttons and that
Yeah,
knob that
it's
you can
tough
put
to
up there.
remember what
Four-way
you know,
joystick
how to
here.
work these things.
Oh, that's cool. An actual joystick down there, huh?
Ooh, joy.
Stick.
This thing's pretty wild looking.
Right.
And it's not that expensive for what it can do.
No, 129. Maybe I'll sell my Noble and get this.
You
And
can
it'll work.
You won't do it.
I'd like to feel on my Noble.
It's a nice weight.
Yeah.
I gotta put a guard around the screen because looks like you can ding it up easy.
That's the first thing I did. Bought one of them little cheap China ones. That I mounted a GoPro mount to it.
There's a
Yeah,
USB-C on the
tonight.
side, and there's USB-C at the back for charging.
Headphone jack.
Tonight.
Yeah, I know. I saw that headphone jack. I'm not sure what that's for.
You could probably use it for like video games, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Mm.
you're right.
Most
Or
controllers
you
you can
wanna-
do that with.
Or you want to hear it without the outside noise, so you want to hear it, so you put it on the headphones when you're outside playing with it. You want to hear what it's saying.
How can that be a 5,000 milliamp mAh battery? It's not
Maybe
milliamp.
a
Maw.
2S. That's a 2S.
What is Ma?
I know.
Oh, milliamp power. Yeah.
That's all. That's a small battery for 5,000.
5,000. I know, right?
I know.
Oh, it's a Lion. That's why.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a
Yeah.
Lion.
Hey, it doesn't matter. I guess when you're running the thing, and my Lion's good enough.
Oh, and you can change colors. You can have it blue, green. Green. There you
There
go.
you go, Keith.
This thing is looking more and more for you.
Yeah, Keith, you could have it green.
Just go ahead and pre-order it, Keith.
I think Futaba's in trouble, man. They can't. Their prices are way out of whack based on this.
Well, this is going to
Christmas
hit
gift.
everybody.
Tell your wife you want this on Christmas gift list.
Now, as long as it's fast.
Well, for Keith, I don't think he needs fast.
No. They say
He
it's
just
pretty
needs
fast,
channel.
though. Where's that other wheel you were talking about? You could put two wheels on it, you said.
Well, I think it's the knobs here. You can turn the knobs to a
Oh.
wheel. So when you do your four-wheel steering, you can turn this wheel instead of the front one.
Okay.
You can assign this to a channel, the T4 and the P1 dial. Just like I can on my radio link, I can assign that to a channel.
I wonder which companies they won't be able to read.
$16.99.
$16.99 for that one.
For a
And
3-channel?
that's a 3-channel, and a 5-channel here is $19.99.
$20. Wow.
It's not a bad price.
What's that next to it, though? Oh, it's a flash.
Look at a thumb drive. It looks like. Is that a thumb drive?
Yeah.
Roadmaster Express USB UART flasher.
Is
Hmm.
that?
Yeah, click on that. See what they're using that for.
This game?
Mm.
You
Not
are flashing.
upgrading.
Oh, they give you a flash drive to put the update on. So that way they don't have to worry about Wi-Fi or connecting to an app or anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, I downloaded the new firmware for the Noble and
And-
updated it manually.
That's what I did. But then you got to go to all your receivers and redo them all.
I know.
That sucked.
I only have like 4 receivers. So.
I had 5, but it's still they're a pain in the ass. Opening all the receiver boxes and pulling all the wires out.
Hopefully, they won't get in
Definitely.
trouble for being able to bind with other people's receivers. I hope they won't get in trouble.
No, there's
No.
nobody. There's no restrictions on that. Nobody can buy a frequency except from the
Silly.
airport.
Fucking airports. I mean, us airports.
Suing them.
What's different, please? This channel, this 5 channel. Bug off. This 5 channel or that 5 channel?
I'm sure it has a gyro on its receiver, doesn't it?
I don't know.
That
If
one
you
has
have
a
that.
C at the end. What's the other one have at the end of it? I.
For $20, maybe.
$20 or $15.
So
The Noble gyro receiver is expensive.
Yeah, it's like $60.
so it might be able to work with a radio link gyro too.
See,
It might.
this is compatible with
Price guy.
FrySky D8, D16, and Futaba.
Oh, see, I say.
That's what. Well, it looks like a Futaba.
But I was getting pissed off.
What is this one compatible with?
That's why Harley was all mad because it looked like a Futaba.
Yeah, and it's compatible with Futaba.
Futaba receivers are not cheap. They're like 40 something.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Doesn't High Tech still make transmitter receivers?
I don't think so.
I haven't seen
They
their
used to.
stuff since the 90s.
How about
They're still around.
Since an element like a ruckus or something. I haven't seen High Tech in a minute, man. That was like, was that Exceed?
They're still around, by the way. I mean,
So here's an 8 channel, 34.
That's
a
what
9 channel.
8.
8. So how do you get to up to 32? Do you use multiple of these?
Yeah.
Just like you would on.
Just like you would on the radio link.
You can hook multiple receivers.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would like to see how big one. I'd like to see a receiver that has 32 channels on it. I'd like to see how big it is.
And I bet that's what that's flash drive for, where you can probably have got a program that you would hook up to and set all that up and then plug it in, and it would all send all the programming to the controller.
What's up there, everybody in the chat? My apologies for not saying what's up there, everybody.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Bushman, Swampers,
Corey.
Who farted? I think Brad farted.
Derp.
It looks like an interesting radio, that's for sure.
Hal.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in it.
You might be interested in it if it has that type of a range, right?
It
Brian,
looks
Yeah.
quality. Like, it's not cheesy looking.
Yeah, it looks decent. I wonder what the screen actually looks like, though. Does it show a picture of the
I thought I
lid
did see a
screen?
picture.
Yeah, it looks like a
Black
Okay.
and
Yeah.
It's just kind of bluish.
I wonder how it does outside. That's the only thing I don't like about the Noble.
Okay.
Dude, my Noble has a blue line down the screen. I just noticed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you drop it?
No.
Hmm.
It's very
Yeah, 'cause
slight, though.
The Pro has a backlight, so you can see it outside, but the regular one doesn't.
Oh, look at that. One of them is color screen and one is not.
It's the batteries.
That's
Looks
the
like a
battery.
Futaba screen, but it's just a backlit.
They're showing the batteries, Brad.
I'm trying to see a picture of the screen, but don't even show it.
Well, the one up above has that like a blue.
Yeah, this one shows it, yeah.
Yeah.
This one also shows it a little bit here.
Yeah. Well, at least it's got a light in there, it looks like.
Yeah, it's backlit.
Yeah. That's why on my radio link, I changed the background, the color of it, so I could see it outside better.
Interesting.
But 129 with 4-in-1 and the ELRs, you can't beat it. Yeah, right, Corey?
Dana, if you want to invite 4 here, somebody here can send it to you, or send me an email at thetankrc@gmail.com and I'll send you a link if you want to jump in here.
So who's gonna actually buy this radio? It sounds like Mitch is actually interested because it has such long range.
I just bought a Noble and started using it. It's gonna be a
gonna
bit for me.
Say, yeah, I just bought the radio link.
In here.
I have both radio links and the two Fly Skies, Noble.
Brad, buy my Noble and I'll buy it.
There you go, Brad.
200
you're gonna
bucks. I'll
buy
give
it?
you a
Nope.
deal. Yeah, buy my Noble and then I'll buy it. I'll tell you how good it is.
200 Canadian?
No,
No.
that's 200 Ohio.
There you go. Real money.
Not
Not
Monopoly money?
Not
No.
that fake money.
I don't think they'll take fake money for that radio. So
Oh, Corey says he pre-ordered it already.
Curtis
there you
D. Oh, you go, Corey.
And if you go to that website of that radio and you subscribe to them, you'll get an extra 5%. Which, Corey, I'm sorry if you've already purchased it, you can't get the 5%. Because you already ordered it. But it's going to be cool hearing from you. Hopefully the video comes out soon, like you said, and we'll keep in touch to actually hear how you like it.
Corey's just going to stay in the chat.
Not ambidextrous like.
I mean, Dana.
No.
Dana's just going to stay in the chat.
Hey, Bill, I think the Dumbo has a really great range. That's true, but this one is supposedly a kilometer, which is longer.
Nick B, what's up?
Dumbo.
I got several of them.
Actually, can you switch that knob from one side to the other? It almost looks like you can.
They don't mention it that you can actually have bidex.
It's got the bolt pattern is the same on each
Bi-hand
side.
jewel, you mean?
Left and right.
Yeah.
Ambidextrous. Did
Ambidextrous.
you say bi-hand jewel?
Yeah, bi-hand jewel. Yeah.
by hand jewel.
That's a good one.
Said he pre-ordered
That's
it
a-
a week ago for F.
That's
for
a pill talking already.
Definitely looks like you can switch it.
Well, let me pull up the manual. Let's see.
By hand
They do
jewel.
have the manual there.
That sounds
Oh my
like a
God.
sexual act.
Yeah. Wrong
Saying
chat.
that for years, man.
That is
Might
straight
Wrong.
Texas.
On bi-hand.
Wrong live chat.
Welcome to What Is Keith Gonna Say Again Tonight?
Because he says Lil and Jill, I'm leaving.
Corey said you can switch it.
Can or you can't?
You can.
Well, that's dumb because it looks like you should be able to.
He said yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
Switch it in mid-stroke.
My computer speakers suck.
Y'all told him to take a pill. Mm-hmm. Take a pill.
So it
We said take a chill pill, not a pill.
I did take a chill pill. Should have
Take
seen
a
what-
pill.
I was smoking a minute ago, man.
What? Oh, and the WhatsApp was as quiet as it was today. For real.
Some of us got to work.
Yeah.
I just did 12 hours, bro.
We can't just stand around and be on our phones all day.
Hey, bro.
You know, you always make fun of me playing with RC cars on my day, during work. You're just sitting there on your phone. What are you guys doing? Smoking. How come you guys aren't talking to me?
Not on my
taking
phone all day.
Taking them smoke breaks.
Right. I'm driving down the road trying to read what he's writing.
Smoking, bro. I'm just out here smoking early in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
So you can have this
Hey,
four-way
wait a minute.
just.
Didn't you just leave a message saying you were doing that 10 minutes ago?
Smoking, yeah.
So you can have two position switch here on the bottom, or actually a four-way joystick. So you can do a lot with this four-way joystick.
Joy.
Wait, joystick.
Comes with all those attachments.
Go away.
What's underneath there? How come it's showing the bottom of that?
That's probably where the battery tray is, or that's where it's connected.
battery.
Oh, it's where you plug those
Yeah,
into.
it's where
I
the
bet
plug
you.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plug it in, plug it.
Plug those wires into there.
That's a lot going on with a radio, man. That's
Right.
Toggle.
A lot to learn.
When was the
yeah.
last time
Want
you
to
saw a
remember.
When was the last time you saw a toggle on the steering wheel?
I'm just
See if they
thinking,
talk.
what would you need a joystick down at the bottom like that for?
And
You
if
could
I
set
get
it
a
up
tank,
for
you're going to
four-way
be.
steering.
Yeah.
If
I
I get
feel
that
like
tank,
it'll
you're
be
going to be
something
on
big.
speed
I wonder if you
dial
can
for me,
hand-
okay?
My God, it looks like a
Hey, Tony.
graphing calculator graphics on this freaking thing.
What's up, Tony?
I feel like it would be
Welcome in, Tony.
something for someone like Sean with his construction. He can use the joystick to swing the
Right.
boom.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe you can put it on something like that.
You might need a PhD in order to operate this.
Right.
Well, I'm
There's
just
What I
thinking.
said, tank will be on
That shit
tank
look
will be
like
on
that motherfucking algebra.
speed dial for me.
Well, I'm
How many
just
pages
thinking.
is
Looks like
that?
computer language.
I'm just
It
thinking
doesn't
regular
say-
regular hand placement on the controller and having that joystick down at the bottom. You literally have to move your hand off the steering wheel to get down there.
But it has an extension for you to reach your steering wheel with a thumb. So
It does not say that you can flip these around.
Hey, look at that SC button. Is that a button? Too bad they don't have a roller right there, like a roller sticking out.
SD button. This is a button at the back, just like
SC
the radio.
button. SC. It's on the right side. It's just like a thumb switch.
Yep. It's right down there at the bottom of that list. There you go.
Oh yeah, here, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a toggle switch.
But I'm wondering, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, if you had a roller type switch that you could use rear steer, like you just scroll up and down with a thumb.
True.
But then, yeah, that would be cool.
Well, you do that the P2 dial right there for that.
Yeah, but I don't like.
Here's the thing you got to think of with a roller switch. Are you going to be able to get yourself right where to get that back to center?
Well,
with a three-way, with a 3-way switch right there, it'll automatically center.
I would want one that works just like the steering wheel.
Steering wheel, yeah,
because centered like on a spring.
Steering.
Why? I mean, that seems like the best way to do it. You just stick your thumb on it, push it up and down, let it go, and it goes back to center.
It looks like you need multiple hands to run that thing.
I just invented that. Remember that.
There's Luna script in there. Holy cow!
What's a Luna script?
Out of space talk.
Lunatic script.
Maximum Lua.
Luna script. I thought it was like a language for scripting.
Yeah, for lunatics.
When you program it.
Yeah.
Talking about speed.
So there's the roller or the button. They talk about that. I'm trying to find info on that.
Luna strip.
Bye, Corey.
Later, Corey.
Later, Corey.
See you later,
See you,
Corey. Oh shit! I forgot to tell him the good news.
Oh,
yeah, this looks like nuts.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on this.
I bet you the handbook or the manual is probably very thick.
Just the manual.
Well, there's a lot of pages.
I don't even know. Oh, this is like.
Well, if I look up in the corner of the screen there, I think it says 100 pages. So there you go, Brad.
It's like
too many pages.
Programmable calculator.
Get that right, Tank.
Yeah.
100 pages. It's like reading a small book.
Wonder what Josh is doing down there.
It is reading a small book.
You buy that. You buy that.
Quiet tonight.
You buy that radio, then you have to join a book club just to read the manual.
Yeah, you definitely need to be in a club for that one.
Yeah. Either that or you go to the bookstore and look for the Cliff Notes.
That's why you got YouTube. Let it come out for a little while.
Yeah, that's what I said. Wait for the Cliff Notes to come out.
Well, that explains the USB for the
because what's his name's already got one. He's already talking about it. Who was on there?
Having that Lua script.
Roadside RC's already got jumped into it.
So I bet they got a program to program it to build your own Lua script to do whatever you wanted to do for it, and then download it on the USB, then plug it into the radio to upload it.
Well, that's where that company's from, Dana, is Flight.
So what is a Lua script?
Do drones.
It's just a type of it's more of like to say that it's a language that you would use to
computer language.
To write scripts.
Oh.
Anybody here code? Not me.
Right.
I mean,
Nate might.
No.
If you played Minecraft or Roadblocks or anything like that,
Well,
then that's all TypeScript based.
Okay.
I don't know if Frank can script. Can you? I mean, do that. Can you do that? Can you write the language?
nope.
Nick, it's a Radiomaster MT12. It's a new radio that just came out.
There, you got to put weather first. If you put weather and where you live, it's going to give you the weather where you are. And if you write in one word RC talk, it will give you a shout out.
Rainy.
And if you type in Nightbot sucks,
He'll kill you.
He'll kick you
Yeah,
off.
it's going to tell you, be nice, Bushman, or I will kick your butt out of here.
Is it raining by you? Because it says 99% humidity.
It's raining at my house.
Are you weather stalking people?
Man.
Yeah, it looks like he's weather stalking.
Mud.
isn't that hard.
I got my extra
Left on is
spray
really
paint
simple
so
to
I can
learn.
finish painting my Rampage.
On my way home, I had to put my windshield wipers on. That's for sure. With
Yeah.
99.9% humidity.
It rained here, Richard.
Oh, yeah.
Brad, if you want to know, Lua is a lightweight, high-level multi-paradigm programming language designed primarily for embedded use and applications. Was
I knew that. I just
first
didn't want to tell
appeared
him.
in 1993.
Lunar script.
Keith.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have told you that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's -18 Fahrenheit, where our 907 is.
No, Celsius.
Yeah, 8 Celsius or -18 Fahrenheit. Sorry.
Really?
18
We got high
degrees.
winds. We got gale force winds.
36 miles an hour wind. Wow.
Holy
That's
moly.
gale force.
No, it isn't.
It's not Frank Force, it's Scale
That's
Force.
only like 58 kilometers.
Hey, yeah. You got to be bihandular to hold on to the pole for that.
That's right.
My Kyosho goes faster than that. Well, almost.
Is that your only Kyosho?
No.
No, I have a bunch of Kyoshos. They're all on the shelf there.
Oh yeah, you have the little road cars too, right? Yeah.
On roads.
Yeah.
You got what, 6 or 8 phasers?
Yeah. Phasers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them.
Yeah.
You never ask me why I ran that.
My fastest one is the Charger, the VXL. Not VXL, but it's a brushless Charger. The gray one with the board on top. It's fast.
Yeah, the one that you can put 2 more servos in it. You can get the things to open it and the headlights to open.
Which I've done. It's kind of cool. I got the servo for the headlights, but I did not put any LEDs in it yet. The servos were.
It's too bad. You at least you didn't race them against everybody else with the brushless one.
No, because we're racing brushed class, Brad.
Yeah, I know.
And let me tell you, on the race we're having, if you put the car any faster, you'll just lose control. Especially when I put the track on technical.
It's technical.
Yeah, that track is,
It's just too many curves. Even
It's
if you
more
have
like-
power, you're not gonna do good.
doesn't matter how fast you are. It's more like, you got to be precision.
Keith, what are you doing over there?
Who?
Me,
Yeah.
just cutting.
Just what?
Cutting some stuff.
Okay.
He's cutting himself. No, I'm just joking.
He's dreaming about getting a radio with 32 channels.
Yeah.
30 channels.
He's
30
cutting the mustard
channels.
over there.
Dirty chair. Like I said.
Mitchell, are you still repairing?
Oh yeah.
Well, the old TT-01 needs a little maintenance. Strip that pinion gear.
Oh,
See that?
oh yeah, those, yeah. Yeah, you
Wow,
mashed
yeah.
them right. I've done that.
Oh,
Did
how'd
They
you
don't
do
like
that?
brushless motors, those gears at all.
That's in the rear diff or on one of the diffs?
Yeah, the rear one. I think it's actually been worn down for quite a bit because I was wondering where I was losing power from, and that would be it.
You were frontal driving?
Yeah, just spinning the crap out of it. So, yeah, we'll see.
It was so funny on the Tamaya Facebook group. Some people were saying, I just got this TT-01. How fast can I make it go?
Over 100.
Yeah. So some guys were posting, oh, you can only get it about 70 miles an hour. But then you have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on upgrades and blah, blah, blah. So I send them a link to your YouTube channel, Mitchell, for them to actually see what you have to do.
The biggest upgrade and the stock drive or the Tamaya drive shaft.
Surprising.
I think they were $10. That piece of aluminum.
You are aware that they're bringing out a BT-01 where you can make it front or rear wheel drive, Mitch?
Nope, not aware of it, and needs to be 4-wheel drive.
But Mitch, you can't use that BT-01 for speed runs because you only have choice of 3 pinions, and
right.
So it's just like the M chassis.
Yeah, it's like this one we talked about last week, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's the Dukaka
What?
chassis. That's the Kaka chassis.
The Kaka chassis.
Monocoque?
Monocoque, that's it.
Whoa.
He was watching when nature calls, weren't you, Kurt?
Yeah. Yeah, it had to do something with some body part.
Some kind of cock. Right?
Some
Yeah.
caca.
I have my toy
guano.
hauler, which I have not done anything for about a week and a half, so it's right over here. I did do the mock-up of the back. Now that it's done, I got to bring it to my brother so he can actually take the measurement off of it and get a 3D print out of it.
Hey, you can actually fit a full-size 10-scale car on there?
Yep.
Has to be a monocoque chassis, though. Correct.
It's not attached right now, but yes, a full size will go on there. And this is actually a long wheelbase truck that could actually go on it.
Oh, wow, look at that.
That's a 4-door. So.
Okay. Looks small from where I guess how far it was from the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, I have not done a lot of videos on what I've done and how I've done it yet. I'm still playing with the suspension and the way the back arms actually raises it. It's kind of interesting because I've done different version of the arms, and the last version is going to be when it goes up, it's actually going to wrap the axle on top, and it's going to stop the suspension from going, because if you put a lot of weight on it, the servo is going to be on a constant force, and plus the leaf spring is going to collapse because the car is heavy on top. But by the servo is going to kind of go on top of the axle, and it's going to stop the axle from going up, so it shouldn't squat. So it's going to be neat. You'll see. I'll do some videos and I'll show what I've done and the progression of it near the end. So
Sounds complicated.
it is,
Cool.
Thanks, Siri.
but it's just like Nate, he does a lot of kind of modification. This is what this is just brainstorming. And I didn't like the rear how it was, so I changed a couple things, and I still don't like it. So I'll try this and see how it goes.
It's a lot of fun.
Yep. Tony's in there.
Yeah, he's been in here a while.
Cool. We
Hey,
talked a little bit about that monster truck, Tony. We need some info on it. You need to get in here and show us and answer some questions.
We know you got like 5 of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got 5 of them. Yeah.
already.
Weather at Tony's house. Cold. Rainy.
Hey, did you guys
No,
talk
I
about the,
already put it in a general area.
did you guys talk about the Red Cat chassis that just came out or it's coming out? For
Red
the
Cat
Ascent?
chassis?
Yeah, I'm just looking as a Rock Warrior comp chassis.
Nope.
I'm just looking on Big Squid RC. It's on there.
Squid.
DSM Off-Road teases Rock Warrior comp chassis for Red Cat Ascent.
DSM's chassis. Yeah, I seen that.
Come on in, Tony.
Come on in. You're welcome. I sent you an invite. Just like every
The
week.
aluminum.
It's yeah, building custom stuff is a lot of fun.
Yep.
How's the truck coming along?
I've been looking at my rat rod box, which I know Keith wants me to finish.
Yep.
That one it's really coming in the back of my head, but I need to see the next door neighbor and do some welding because there's some stuff I need to change on there.
Had that on the bench for a long time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's been on the bench, it's been taken apart, it's been put in the box and never put on the bench again. So
What is DSM making, Tony?
Chassis for the Red Cat.
Oh, okay.
Sender.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
You didn't hear me say that, John?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Squirrel.
You hurt my feelings.
I was harvesting.
I think Rock Pirates teased the chassis for the Ascent earlier today too.
Okay.
They showed a shock tower and then the shock, and the shock looked like the Ascent shock.
It's like a gray. Weird. Must be, it looks, I don't know, you can't get really a good look at it here.
His DSM, most of his stuff is like printed.
Yeah, it looks like gray. Maybe it's a prototype. Maybe it's like prototype 3 printed. Yeah.
You looking at his Facebook post?
I'm just looking at Big Squid.
Hey, Queenie.
Oh,
Big Squid. So here we are at that where he is.
Oh, yeah,
I
Rock
see
Pirates
Monster
did that.
Truck Madness here.
Yeah, it's down.
yeah. I seen it on Facebook, and I think he did say it was a prototype what he was showing.
I think it's next one down.
Euro
that's
Tech
a
titanium rear axle for the
There you go. Right
That's
there.
legit.
Down. Yeah.
DSM off road right there.
Wow, that little boat.
Nobody changed.
Because he had the
That little orange boat
124
looks
Fendt.
cool.
Maybe he's gonna make a carbon fiber one.
It's an angled skid though instead
I
of flat
think-
now.
motors on the
Yeah.
angle also compared to the transmission.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's jogged everything around.
Yeah, he made I think a 5 degree or 6 degree, and then
Yeah,
added
it's equal
body
here.
post.
Who is this?
DSM off road.
TSM. Yeah, because Rock Pirates doing the same, or they're just making
They're shock towers.
Shock towers.
Mhm.
Yeah, 6
So
speed.
it's spend $250 on the truck and then spend another $100 on us for the frame.
Well, I mean, if you're not wanting to keep it as a C1 base chassis, then that would be the way to go.
Do you
I
think
mean,
it's
the
going to
Capra RTR is 550.
Rock
be
Warrior.
Do you think it's going to be a good truck?
Can you blow up those two down there, the white one and the blue one? Well,
This?
let you blow
Look
that
at
up.
that. That's a different body.
It's a different chassis. Oh no.
It's probably their chassis on with the truck.
That's a cliffhanger body.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Somebody was saying those tires are like, they're not glued on. They're like, there's some other process they're like adhered to. They're like over molded onto the freaking rim or something.
Don't put them in acetone.
Tamiya to re-release the 2017 Top Force buggy kit.
Tomorrow, next year. Yep.
Oh, I wonder if it has more information than we had the other night.
I'm told it's 2024. They're going to bring it.
Wasn't that their 100th kit or something?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Did you see the real life RC10 SEMA?
Yeah.
Buggy?
Yep.
Oh, I mean the 1-to-1.
Mm-hmm.
Who marker?
Doesn't look close enough, the shape of it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but it is good.
Sprint car, what is that? Custom Works and North's 110th and Forcer 8. Sprint.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Team Garage Hack.
Yeah, it's about a $650 chassis.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they came out with a new body too for
Yeah,
the 1/7 scale.
Yep,
Yeah,
you want
for
the
the-
design. I know
For
you
the,
want
fel- for the felonies and infractions
Yeah.
and limitlesses, yeah.
That badass car.
Oh, look, they got it in 1/10 scale too, and
12
12.
scale.
Yeah.
Ooh, 10 scale, huh? 190. Wonder what that chassis is that I have out there.
I bet that'll fit a Tamiya.
They're supposed to be very good for speed runs, these bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's. I wonder if Mitchell want to get one.
Nope.
Mitchell doesn't need that to go fast.
Nope.
his is custom.
That
Yeah.
was badass though.
He said, nope.
Not that
Nope.
I'm trying to say this, but with Mitch, probably he does the best thing he can do. He found the best body that works for him, and that is the cheapest cost to him.
Yep.
Well,
Because you plan on something happening to it at some point, and it's cheaper that way.
that's the reason why I actually started making my own carbon fiber bodies.
Yeah.
Because I can just remake them.
Yeah. Just take the time to do it.
You can fix them.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to remake it. You just fix it.
Yeah.
Like the carbon bullet, that one's all busted up again. And it's been fixed.
Tamiya's been coming out with new things lately, Nick. The BT01 is new, the MB01 is new, the BBX is new. They've come out with a lot of new things. And people who grew up in that era, they would love to have had those back in the day, but they were so expensive at the time they couldn't afford them. Now people our age can.
Nick, don't be getting them all fired up.
Yeah, really.
Damn, Nick.
Tamiya has been coming out with new stuff. How many chassis they come out new this year? I think they came out with 2 new chassis or 3.
Yeah, but altogether in the next year or so, it's going to be 4 or 5 new chassis.
Well, we're just talking this year, Brad. We're talking what, 3 maybe?
Yeah.
They got the squash fan,
The squash fan, the MB01,
the BBX.
BBX, yeah.
What else?
that M chassis that you can put front wheel drive or rear wheel drive.
Yeah, but that's not
That can't be.
technically out yet, right?
They're not selling it yet. It's
Oh,
not
the
out.
M. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, the M chassis is not the other one.
DT.
BT01 will probably be out next year,
Okay.
but it's going to be a new chassis regardless.
Oh, but they got the Hot
one-
Shot 2.
One
Yeah,
biggest
well,
difference.
that's not new. But
One
it's
biggest
the
difference.
first time to re-release it in its original form.
Okay, you finished now? Okay, I guess he's finished. One thing I find very interesting from Tamiya and also Kyosho is parts availability throughout the years compared to SCX10s. Like the first version of SCX10, can you still get on Axial's website and still buy parts at the hobby store of the original SCX10, not
Can you?
aftermarket? I don't think so.
No.
But with Tamiya and Kyosho, any of their buggies or any of their stuff, you can still buy parts. That's one thing I love about that company.
Some of them, like the DFO3, you can't get a lot of parts for that. You can get stock parts, but no aftermarket parts or no hop up parts.
Hop on.
Well, I think you get a hop up shocks for them.
Yeah, but you can't get the slipper clutch. You can't get a ton of stuff that people want for it.
Shocks are universal.
Yeah.
Slipper clutch is what everybody. People were selling those stupid things for like $200 on eBay.
Oh, really?
That car, yeah.
You look like a TTO1 or TTO2. You can find those parts and parts tree also. Crazy how you can.
Yeah, the stuff that's
I was-
popular, you can get a lot of stuff.
I was really surprised at how much my hobby shop had for it.
Dana just said he found some OG SCX10 parts for his.
Okay. Yeah, on Amazon they still sell some knockoffs of SCX10. You can have a version 1 or 2.
I couldn't find one as cheaply as you guys were saying. Like I think
No?
it was like 150 US or more for the one with no tires.
Well, I can buy from Amazon.com. I don't see why you guys cannot buy from Amazon.ca. You should be able to. So if you log on to it, you should try it. The only thing you'll pay more is shipping. And you'll get a better price because, like you've seen when I'm showing some stuff, like $130 for a full frame chassis, that's Canadian dollar. For you, it's got to be maybe $80 or $90. It's crazy. And then you pay shipping.
Well, I don't know. Is there shipping cost with Prime, or is that just an internet or
because it's international shipping? You will have shipping.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just figured I'd ask.
Because I log on with my Prime account on .ca, but I can actually switch to .com.
So I went to. They look like it's.
Hey, Wes.
Uh-oh. Is that Tammy?
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Bye, Tammy.
He said bye. John wants to get a new car, a new RC. Is that okay?
What?
What?
Oh, I piqued your interest. John wants to get a new RC. Is that okay?
I guess that's a yes.
Yeah.
I think that's a yes, John. Go for it.
Or he's getting the death look secretly.
He's already getting the silent treatment.
No, I'm out here on the couch, and she just shut the bedroom's door. So there we go.
Okay.
The Injora SCX10 is 187. That has tires.
It has tires.
Has tires. It has. It looks. The picture shows it has a motor. I wouldn't buy that.
Find out the one I had the other day.
Crazy. Crazy.
I think I want to get a Capra roller 4-wheel steer. They're cheaper.
How much is that?
A full size Capra?
I seen a 400 on eBay. Still sounds kind of like a lot.
I thought you were talking about 118.
146 I can get it if I apply this $10 coupon. So 146 I can get this XIXI.
Zizian. Let me type that in. So you say that.
The Zian?
Oh yeah, 156. Yep. Save $10 with coupon.
Don't think you should just buy the real thing.
Yeah. Well,
the real thing's not available.
The deadbolt's like freaking.
Well, that's it too.
What, 405 or 410 or something like that?
I thought I saw one on Amazon for 335, but that could be wrong. That sounds too good.
Bingo.
Oh, here he is.
339 for a deadbolt, a CX10
Crazy T.
deadbolt. Battery and charger not included.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the rest of that outside.
Crazy T.
Who's Crazy T?
339.
That's my new name for him, Crazy T.
Oh, he's got a flag. He's a pirate. He's a pirate. Look at him.
Arr.
Arr.
It's right in the shot, huh?
You got a
What?
lag.
Yeah, it was a lag.
Knockoffs axles are weak.
Yeah.
Whopper says the mini Capra is killer. One tilt should be awesome. Yeah, the 10 scale is awesome.
Hey,
Capra.
Dan's channel.
The 118 is nice.
Tony, are you still there?
Yeah.
Dan's, I've never shopped there before, but I've actually been there. I've actually looked through them. It's a good site.
Yeah, AliExpress. I bought a whole bunch of stuff from Ali. You just don't have to be in a rush. Like if you think you're gonna buy it and get it next week, no.
RC Mart once sent me a motor within a week, which was faster.
It's 2 weeks or longer, huh, for Ali?
Yeah, AliExpress. It all depends. It tells you when it's going to be shipped, and they're pretty good with that. But if you get, sometime 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I even seen one time it was almost like 2 months before I even saw it.
Yeah, but you're in Canada. Things are hard to get there.
Yeah, it's true. The Google Maps not here yet. They'll be here soon.
Just shows
it takes us a minute though from AliExpress.
Oh, he's still lagging.
That's usually.
So Tony, how's that little monster truck? Expensive little monster truck. Is it worth the money? Always worth the money.
I think so. Is it still lagging? I can switch to my phone.
Yeah, a little lag.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, the whole Zoom thing's being funky.
Monkey. Because it's crazy.
Well, I updated my computer recently, so now it's like zooming around and following me doing.
You're awful pixelated there.
Weird crap.
Around too much, it's pixelated.
Tony, do you think it needs an upgrade in a motor, or do you think it's perfectly fine the way it is?
I think it's perfectly fine the way it is, but do I think people are going to upgrade it? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Of course, people can't leave it alone.
Yeah.
But that's a car that's already a handful with 15 miles an hour. So,
it depends what you're running it on. If you're running it on, dirt and stuff, it be hard to control because of the short wheelbase on them. They'll want to spin out and stuff more easily. So it's a little harder to keep controlled if you have too much power. But yeah. But you also, there's times when you want more because the tires are spinning and you want to get more traction to do jumps and stuff. So it's kind of tough. Like, so we ran it in our little side yard where we have the sand. And because of the sand,
because of the
We
sand.
lost them.
I'm like, damn, he stopped me.
It's like
You got
quicksand.
sand in your gears.
It's quicksand.
But
It
no,
just
look
went.
like I was.
I forgot.
I
Did they have a
was
slipper clutch? Did they
Had to
put a
take
slipper
a
clutch on
breath.
it? Is there a slipper clutch on it?
140 megabits. So
Is there a slipper
it may be
clutch
the
on
app. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So
Brad's
John,
asking him questions and he's frozen.
Yeah, he's gonna be back, Brad.
There's that cush drive, so it's not like a slipper clutch.
Push.
Push.
Yeah, it's the same.
Isn't that the same thing Guru drives with?
Yeah, Alabama Kush.
Yeah, but the
No.
LMT has a slipper clutch.
It's in the LMT.
Kush drives in the Traxxas too, the Maxxis.
But
Can you get a Kush drive with a monocoque?
Or a slipper clutch?
Well, it's I guess you put the two side panels onto the cross pieces. It could be sort of monocoque-ish.
So I'm just wondering, can you put a slipper clutch on the Kush drive?
I know.
Why would you need it? It's right there.
The Kush drive is a type of a slipper.
What
clutch.
is Kush drive?
It's a inside of it. There's a rubber disc in the pads, and it's the way the inside of that gear is. So when it locks
shock
up,
absorber.
it kind of twists itself, and then it pops back in. And
Interesting.
Hey, Blaine Neal, how you doing?
So it's a
Hi,
different
Neil.
type of slipper clutch.
Hey, Dirk.
Yeah, it's a
Yes,
shock.
type of slipper clutch.
It's a drivetrain shock absorber.
Yeah.
Up there. So they kind of reinvented the slipper clutch.
Yeah, it's a different. It's same effect, I guess, different mechanism.
Yeah.
All right, try it again.
There we go.
Any better?
Yeah, a lot better.
Sound better.
Wow.
I'm also wondering, Tony.
You don't look no better. But...
did you like the Grom? Do you like the Grom?
I've never driven the Grom. Haven't even seen it, so
it's nice.
It looks nice for the money. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. Do you have one right there? Hold it up. Yeah, see, that's cool. If people are wanting to bash and stuff, that's what they should get.
Yep.
For sure.
And it
Especially
does
because of the
19 miles.
cost.
It does 19 miles an hour too.
That's pretty quick for a little guy. It's 2-wheel drive, right?
Four-wheel.
Nice.
And it's using a 380 motor.
Put BK tires on there, you got a monster truck.
Yeah, cheap one. Yep. Yeah, I mean, these ones, people don't realize what they come with. So I think the price being an issue for people, it's not just any mini car that's out there, whether it's the Mini B, Mini T, even other Losi minis. Throwing together a 2-wheel drive buggy is not very hard to do.
Okay.
For one, the person building it. For two, the components being used to build it, the amount of molds and all that go into building it is a lot simpler than what they've created with this. And so I don't think people realize that when they take in the consideration pricing. Like if you were to just say, oh, because it's smaller, it should be $150. That doesn't take into account that
How much is it?
it's 270.
270.
Yeah, 269.
It's definitely more complex than the Grom. The Grom's like a standard form factor, you know.
Yeah, the Grom's like any $100 China car.
Well, any of the cars that you're looking at, there's, I mean, some of the savings is not necessarily the amount of plastic, right? Because plastic is cheap.
Yeah.
Right. So there's some that you're going to save in the shipment costs of getting it over because you can pack more into a container. So there are some savings there. A lot of it's going to be in the electronics that they put into them, is where they're going to get a lot of their savings. But if you look at something like the LMT, it's more expensive than, say, a Creighton or something else. Even though it's not faster, it uses smaller electronics. They're 3S electronics. So the cost of it isn't baked into the electronics or whatever. It's into the tooling and the molds that they have to make for all of the parts that build this up, from the cage to all of the scale details, like even just the header pipes. They've got, you know, the molded headlights, the molded cage that's in it.
So they got a lot of capital they got to pay for over time.
Yeah.
All those molds.
Yeah, there's molds and just anything that gets. The reason like that they don't really do a lot with, say, the Wraith and stuff. That was tough because it was so expensive for them to make it because of the tube frame chassis.
Yeah, those are big molds.
Those are big injection molds. So, yeah, and these have a bunch of molded pieces to them
and titanium.
So,
and like that looks like more involved to assemble. So then you have that.
You have assembly costs for all of it. Yeah. For building them up. Like, I don't want to build one of these as a kit. Like, honestly, like I had to build the kit.
Right?
I did. And it took me a while to build
a lot of parts,
the pro kit that they came out with.
And it's small.
Well, yeah, it's small. That wouldn't be. So there's still all the same amount of time that goes into building one. It doesn't matter the size. You know, you're still dealing with the same amount of screws for the most part. Everything that's in the big one is in the little one. The real savings that they have is going to be the electronics are cheaper, from the servos to it's brushed. And so that's why they went brushed. People are like, oh, for that cost, it should be brushless. But the costs of the upgrades of this that aren't in the other Losi, so you can get a mini T or mini B for $250 brushless, but it's just a flat pan buggy, 2-wheel drive. These are 4-wheel drive, diffs, cush drive in it, side transmission, cush drive. There's a lot that still went into this. They made it into like a little mini race truck. That none of the other trucks are. So you're paying $150 to get a Max Smasher. So $100 more to get this. The Smasher, you should probably pay another $50 in wheels and tires and get the J Concepts ones. And it may be more than that. It may be $70 to do wheels and tires for it. And then the speed motor. So that's, if you order it from them, it's $13, probably with shipping, or $14. So now you're at like about, just say $85. So you're almost to the cost of having just bought one of these, which is still faster than the Max Smasher out of the box. A whole lot more going on with it. Scale axles, you're not running portals that you can break easily. It's really stout. So yeah. I just want to answer everybody that says that, but like on Instagram, like I needed to copy and paste my replies before I post them, because once it's posted, you can't copy it, and just like post it to every single one that complains about the price and just point out every one of the details that this has that those other ones don't have. And the cost, like when we were building these ourselves before there was a Ready Run, it was costing us over $500 to make one, and they were crap compared to this.
Tony, does I mean that's Gravediggers, so that has like,
there's
copyright
licensing,
too, right? Licensing too on that too.
Yeah,
Now is it a true 16th scale?
It's 18th, they call it. 18th. It's smaller. I just did a video showing it's smaller than the Capra UTB 18.
Oh, it is smaller. Okay.
Yeah, it's smaller. It's bigger than the. It's about an inch. And let me, you know what? I got a little tape measure here. Let me grab one of the Smashers. It's probably the best comparison. I think it's only an inch wider and an inch longer.
Oh, yeah.
But overall, it just feels bigger because the body is scaled to the tire size.
I still think the son of a digger's better looking. Just like the bigger LMD.
This
Gem
one
says plus.
Yeah,
it's a
you got both.
Yeah.
I think
I said he's probably got 5 of them.
He's got 2 so far.
I think the color combination's better on it.
Yeah.
The graphics is better on it.
That too.
Is the front painted on the Gravedigger like the son of a digger?
Keith would want the Gravedigger because it's green.
You went to go grab
Ask
something.
your
I'll be
question
back.
again, John.
No.
they are. Yeah, they are not decals. The
So I'm
little
saying
ones
the front,
over
the front on the Gravedigger is painted.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Except for the little ones over these. These you can see are stickers right here.
Yeah.
That too costs, costs more money to
Yep.
paint than put a decal on there.
Which is interesting. I think it's just because it's hard to sticker that many curves.
Yeah.
So this is the Smasher, and it has J Concepts wheels and tires on it because these don't look like monster truck wheels and tires. They're too narrow. So that's what I'm saying. You should buy these ones. Man, my camera's doing all this crazy. I wish you could turn that crap off.
Yeah, it's zooming in and out.
All right,
what's
so it is. We'll just say it's 7 wide. And I feel like it's about, this is going to be about 8.5.
Yeah, it's locked onto your face. That's what's going on with your phone.
Yeah. It's not my phone, it's my computer. It's about 8. This is about 8.25.
Oh,
So it's an inch wider. Why is it zooming in? What the crap?
It's like you got the zoom locks.
Got a crush on you.
It's
And they're
following
both-
you.
It's a stupid
It's
follow thing,
following
and
your
because
head.
it's
It's
following
following your
so
face.
much, it's zooming in extra because.
The Smasher's 18th scale, 1/18 scale too, right?
But I don't know how to turn that crap off. I looked in Zoom. I never did this before,
Oh,
and I had to
it's your
update Zoom.
camera. It's a camera feature. It's got a. Did your camera come with a remote? Do you know? Or
No,
software?
it's built in.
So is it 9 inches wide on the Gravedigger?
8.
Oh, 8.25. He said
8.25. He said, yeah.
But they're both 1/18 scale.
Yep.
AJ
No,
said-
these are listed as
18 scale.
1/24th, but they're way bigger at 1/24th.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm going to go back of wheel to front of, or back of tire to front of tire, because that's really your length. So this one's about 8.25. This is very scientific. Very, very detailed. And so
That's
it's
a whole
about 9.5. So about 1.25 both ways bigger. So not much, but it looks massively bigger.
Yeah, it does.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Because the tires are just bigger proportion.
Yep, and the height of it.
The body's so much bigger too.
The axles are beefier, way beefier.
So the body.
Is that a full size servo on the front of that?
No, they're
think
the
it's
little
full
mini
size.
servos.
Okay.
God, this thing is driving me crazy.
Making me feel sick.
I know, right? A little motion sickness.
No.
I thought you
So go
could
back
fit-
to your screenshot of it or whatever, Tank. We could talk about that. And I'm going to try and figure out how to make my camera.
Now,
Stop
do you
doing
think another thing we talked about that truck? Do you think there's any benefit in making it 4-wheel steer, that little tiny truck, or leaving it that way makes it work?
4 steer, it would be nuts.
It'd be really hard to control, I think, at speed. Sergeant J, I want to get one and
Like I
do
said,
all the Losi hop ups on it.
You definitely would need to put much throw into that rear servo.
Are those side plates metal? The chassis plate?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chassis plates are metal.
Aren't they? They're powder coated.
Yeah.
So right there, that's money right there to powder coat those things.
So it's half the price of the big one?
No,
Yeah,
Laser cut, powder coated.
little less than half.
A little less than that.
yeah, the other one's 650, so we're talking 400 extra bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the big one's 650. Wow.
Yeah.
Unless you go crazy like me and get that TLR joint, it's way more than that.
Then you're talking about
Mhm.
$1,000 by the time you're done.
Hey, Crazy Joe.
Well, heck, mine's just the original, and I got probably close to that, and it with the axles and
You
all
got
that
all the
other
aluminum
crap.
stuff on there,
You
right?
walk.
Right.
Yeah, I got the trails on it, so
I know that people are going to say it's not needed, but I can see people taking the what you put on the 10 scale, the metal axles, will be making them for this little one.
they already
Yeah.
are. They already
They
have
have them already. It's already
They
part of
have
the
those little
design
mini
process.
ones?
Yeah,
In
Yeah.
metal.
they're gonna release the hop ups.
Losi came right out with them,
Mm-hmm.
or either that, or going to be releasing them soon.
Losi
Like
is
I
gonna
said, they've
have
already.
metal. Losi's making
Yeah,
them.
when they designed this, they also designed a bunch of hop ups for it. So
Ah.
they're gonna release those shortly.
Yep.
Yeah, just like
You
they
get-
did with the bike.
You got any of
Yep.
that paperwork, Tony?
Of the
What's up,
what?
Crazy Joe?
The
There should
upgrade.
be option parts. Yeah, there should
Oh
be.
yeah, it's like axles. They've got the ends for the axles. They've got metal
It's like a
shocks,
video.
TLR tune shocks. They've got
Courtesy.
the link, the lower link mounts for the axles. So when you buy the axles, they're all pieces. So you have to get all those pieces. But yeah, they come with metal dog bones, all that kind of stuff. It's
And full metal drive shafts, I'm sure, too, for it.
No.
And how is the servo holding up on yours? Did you burn your servo? Or...
Oh no, we've been just terrible driving and doing just great. It's been actually
$20.
That little mini
you should have
servo that comes
seen.
is it a metal geared servo?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's lightweight, so it's not
The
gonna.
stunts you can do with it, it probably has to be.
It's lightweight too, so it's not going to break parts like
I
crazy.
think they are Metal Gear servos, but even those Metal Gear servos have a plastic gear, most of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you should look at the diffs because it's not a closed diff, which is a bummer because you can't change the oil in it.
Oh, they're not sealed, huh?
See the shot of it. It's not a sealed.
That's weird.
I'm sure there could be a bigger capacity.
Yeah, Metal Gear.
So that's brass gears. Looks like.
Nice. You should hold up pretty well for the size of that thing.
I bet you that. I bet there's going to be some bigger capacity batteries that'll fit it.
Maybe.
How long does it last on a charge?
Where it'll be interesting is with you can get different pinions and all that for it too. So the motor mount and all that's the same, where it's drilled based on your pinion size, and then your motor rotates on those. There's the diff. See how it's not a sealed.
Oh yeah, you just pop the spiders in the side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's dog bones, steering dog bones, right? So no universal.
No, it's not steering dog bones. They're CV universal.
Oh, they are universals?
We just passed them. They're fully connected. Okay. I don't know if they're CVDs or universals. I could look, but it's really dirty. He just had the page. He just scrolled past it a minute ago. There's a picture of it.
Dog bones.
Yeah, those are rears.
Yep.
Right there. Right
that's
there.
A rear axle shaft.
That's rear.
That's drive shaft. Okay.
That's drive shaft. Oh, there they are.
There they are.
Here they
yeah,
are.
so they're U-joint style.
Okay. That's good. Universals.
How long does the battery last in it?
Well, if you're doing what we did in North Carolina, it seemed like forever. If you're doing what my boys and I did in our sand, it was about 12 to 15 minutes.
Sandal, eat that up.
Yeah, because it's just all spinning and you're just full throttle the whole time to get speed.
I see. It's a dog. It's a dog drive.
Yeah.
So this is rubber. This one is rubber.
Yeah, it's a Cush drive. Yep. So that'll flex a little bit. So it doesn't have a slipper.
I thought the Cush drive had a different type of slipper, like with the rubber thing.
It's just a bumper setup, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, a little rubber bumper in there, just
that's pretty good
to give it a little bit of flex, so it's not a direct impact.
Yep.
It worked awesome. I've never had any issue with any of my diffs in mine at all, and we are so abusive of them with the freestyle stuff. So abusive.
What is that in other models? That Cush drive?
Yeah.
Is it waterproof?
I only know of it in the LMT. I think it was developed for the LMT.
That's the only place I've seen it.
Like I said, and I know the Max has the Traxxas has something similar.
They have something similar that they have their own name for. Yeah.
They call it the Cush drive too.
Do they call it a Cush drive?
Yeah.
They do.
I think
Yeah.
it's a crush. I thought it was a crush drive.
I'm sure it's waterproof because Losi makes waterproof stuff, right?
Probably water resistant.
I don't know if that 2-in-1 system that they got in it is.
I have the box right here. The boxes are awesome too, like the graphics and stuff on them. And then the fact that they're open, so you see the truck like actually in the box.
Oh yeah, just like
with the scenery and stuff like that. Yeah.
And then it had the story of the drivers and the family, whatever. The other one is specific to Son of a Digger.
No scale garage in the box. What's going on with that? I don't see it saying water resistant or anything. Usually they make that a pretty bold statement on the box. I don't think so with those little electronics that they waterproof them, especially the 2-in-1.
Yeah.
Little transmitter things. Typically, like in these minis, they're not.
It's the same thing as the UB18. It's the same system.
Probably.
Oh, is that one waterproof?
No, I'm saying that's the same system, I believe.
I know
I can't remember if that's waterproof or not.
My 2-in-1 in my
Let me find it on their website.
My Gorgon one is waterproof.
So here's another thing to take into account, and I don't know what this plays into their pricing structure either, but there's tiers that companies pay for or lock up so that other companies don't like. So it's weird. You don't see toy companies all selling Monster Jam stuff, right? So Spin Master bought the rights to sell toys and RCs even of the Monster Jam stuff, and they lock in a price point. And so it doesn't mean that somebody can't make a hobby grade version. The thing is that Spin Master is going to lock in up to a certain price point of the toys that they're able to produce, and somebody else can buy a different tier level in that. So I'm sure that there's stuff like that plays into some of it as well. I don't know if that affects pricing on this or not, but I know that it definitely sets low ends and high ends that companies can use.
That's interesting.
Well, it's just to keep them from competing in the same market, the two companies. Yeah. So, and maybe Spin Master, and that's how Primal is also able to have an RC that's Monster Jam and Gravedigger, but they're at like that $3,000, $4,000. They're not competing for the same market.
Yeah, they have no competition.
Right. Yeah, which they don't want. Like because if I'm paying as much as Monster Jam is going to ask me to pay to have their licensing, I would say I don't want anybody else to have it. If I'm going to pay you that much to have exclusive rights to it and to make it, then so that's why they'd kind of tier things like that.
They do say the electronic is waterproof design.
Nice.
All right, cool.
And that's a receiver ESC combo, right?
Yep. 2-in-1. Yep.
The
Speaking
brush
of,
motor is going to be waterproof. So then it would come down to the little servo, which is a really chintzy little thing. So would that be waterproof? Or water resistant? Scroll up a little.
Oh, sorry. Let me go back.
I wanted to see what the features were. Is it forward brake reverse? When you adjust those. Channel 1. So that's a different one.
Yeah.
That's a different receiver. Or at least maybe it's just programmed different internally. What it does.
yeah, my Gorgon one is 25 amp.
Yeah, but your Gorgon is what scale?
10th.
Only 25.
Batteries are on sale.
You're on a 550 14 turn. It's going to be more amps than that.
Yeah, Tony, did you notice something with the plugs for them batteries? Did they make a change to that?
Not the IC2. It's not. It's it's its own thing, and so they come with an adapter in the kit to charge it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the smart thing is different.
Same
But
thing with this little
they
Grom.
sell an adapter too that makes it still stay smart. So there's one that dumbs it down, and you can just use it in a charger, or their wall charger. But then
That
they have
comes
one
in the
that
kit?
goes into the thing.
Well, yeah, like I said, they got that USB. They got that
Grom.
USB charger. But I'm just saying, in general, anybody who has anything that is the EV or the IC2, you can't use the same connector to charge them batteries.
They have an adapter. Where's my bag?
No, I'm just talking the regular plug that you can pick up.
Was it XT30?
It comes with the IC2 to the new adapter in it.
Yeah,
so if you have that,
but I'm saying how you got the IC2 and the EC2. The EC2 won't fit into the IC2. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So your old batteries will not work in this.
Yeah, the old plug adapter won't work. You got to get the new one.
They do it to make more money.
Oh yeah.
It might force in there.
I tried for a good 5 minutes. I couldn't get mine to the one I was trying to charge to plug in because of the way that plug in.
Oh, you're trying to charge the battery in that little USB charger?
No, on an EC2 connector. The blue connectors without the smart.
Yeah, it won't go in.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's because of the shape of the plug on the battery end.
Yep. It's probably to keep people from plugging into the old chargers that won't.
So, do you like the green one or the blue one?
I like the blue one.
I prefer the blue one.
Not because of the colors, like Brad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still bright green is one of my favorites for anything. I mean, look at most of my cars. I make them green. But the nose on it allows you to just stand it up on the nose and walk it.
Okay.
Oh, they're that much different?
Oh, you can't do that with the Gravedigger?
Not as easily. It's not as big.
No. Okay.
It doesn't stick down as far.
It'll
still do it, but you don't have nearly the lip coming down on the front of it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have the.
I mean, it stands on it though. I mean, it'll just stand on a table, but the other one has much more of a catch.
It's got more surface area.
Yeah, well, this is catching pretty good on a flat surface. Where we were trying to tombstone it, where you take it up a backflip ramp and then have it roll forward and then walk it. it kept rolling over forward. I just think it's because it was scooped where we were trying to do it. Because that's really connecting. Like that's sitting solid. You can't see it because my stupid camera zooming in, but it's sitting on there. Super solid. Like shaking this thing, you know? So
I don't know. You're making me want one.
Yeah, I definitely want to get one, dude. I want one
step
bad.
into some of those
I like
moves.
it.
We were doing it where we were going off of one of the ramps and getting the back end to kick up and try and stop on that and then do a walk. It's super cool.
Tony, some of those smart cameras, they have a thing that when you make a fist, it will follow you. Yeah. And no, closer to you, smaller. No, bring it back closer to you. Yeah. And open your hand and put it like that. Maybe it's gonna stop.
Are you messing with me?
No, I'm serious. That's what some of the new cameras we're dealing with. They have
Yeah.
smart gesture, and then it stops. So no, it's keeping going.
Yeah. There's supposed to be something up in the menu here to click on and turn it off. The problem is when I did the updates on the Mac, every time it goes to sleep, all those menus in the upper part don't come back. The clock doesn't come back, any of that. So something's jacked up with their operating system on my computer.
Be another update here soon.
Yeah. An update for the
There
update.
is an update. It's sitting downloaded, waiting to install tonight.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm looking for a new motor. I want to have just a spare 2 motors ready to go.
Because you're going to burn them out, knowing you.
I have a feeling we'll burn them up, especially in the sand.
How much room do you got in there for motor? Can you put a 440 in there, a 450 or a 550?
I don't think so. The way that the screw mounts are,
Okay.
unless the screw mounts are in the same spot because they're all.
Yeah.
It's set on both sides, and
Not
that
only
matches
that,
your
but you got to
pinion.
think that the motor on it is not front to back; it's left to right.
Yeah, and it's got a small area that it fits in, so it's got to fit. So they got rid of body clips, which is nice.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
What, the new body holder?
Yeah, little turn things.
Little
Yeah,
turns.
locks them in place.
So you can see it's a pretty tight space. You got to get it in, and it's going to zoom in for you. Nice, like I want it to do that for you. Very professional of me.
Cool.
That camera's awesome.
Let's zoom out now and come back to me. Thank you.
Your cameraman is really on the ball, eh?
I know. He's on top of
I
it.
know. It's definitely not Monday morning camera work.
I don't know. You have to worry about the edge sides, the little millimeters between the can and stuff to know if you could fit a bigger motor.
Oh, there was the motors.
What's that?
I found them. There's no picture. Oh, you got to pre-order them? Dadgum. $15. I think I'll just look for other 25T 380 motors. See
I don't know
what
if there's many of those.
Here's a Rady one.
380 size?
Yeah. These are crawler motors, though. Dynamite makes one.
A 25 turn 3 slot?
Traxxas does a 380.
Dynamite Taser. Yeah, 380. These are for all the little bashers that they've made before. I'm sure the one in the arm is the same. I'll just try one and see. Same price and it's in stock. It's probably the same stinking motor.
Different label.
Yep. Right. Let's just try one.
Holmes Hobbies brushless.
So they have a 380 size?
That's what Swampers put.
How much is that?
You might be able to fit a 390 in there, possibly. Slightly bigger, slightly longer.
Yeah, it's gonna be
quick run.
Oh,
There's a
that's
quick run fusion.
It's pretty close to that battery tray.
What, the
The
390?
revolver, the 380 is a revolver, though.
It's a crawler motor, then.
All that, then you got to get a new ESC.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
Radio.
actually like they're the perfect speed for me. If you have carpet or whatever, they'll just wheelie up and go.
It walks when it wheelies. So it goes. Dook, 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 dook.
Yeah, it's open diff, which
the video they made was very good. It was very entertaining, and it really showed a lot of capability of that truck.
Yeah.
Like how it jumped and how it was doing enough torque to go around that loop. It showed a lot of possibility on that truck. So whoever made that video they did a good job.
Yeah, hopefully they pay him really well for that kind of stuff.
I hope so too.
Couldn't you put marine grease in there to stop to make the open diff more limited slip?
Squish out.
I don't know what you put in with it being open like that.
Marine grease, wouldn't it work?
Yeah, it'd still
No,
sling it.
Still,
It's
yeah,
sling
it's
it
still
all
gonna throw
over.
it out. You'd have to
You
pack
need
it.
like
You'd have to pack
Lucas.
the whole axle tight.
You need some Lucas in there.
Yeah.
Or beeswax.
Yeah.
Actually, you can glue them in there so they don't move at all.
Use
Yeah.
putty. Use putty.
Maybe you could put something around it, like build
When-
something.
When we filmed that video for them, we were saying that we would thicken up the diff oil, but then we read that it was not doable.
Okay.
I was like, dang it.
Maybe somebody's going to come in with an optional part. Or
Well, hopefully they'll just do a locker,
Hi,
at
Robert.
least a locker, if nothing else.
Yeah, that'd be the simplest thing, probably.
Yeah.
You could probably lock that up. The diff
Yeah,
that
putty.
it comes with.
Yeah, you do it hillbilly way with a welder.
Yeah, put
Yep.
a screw in it or something.
Just solder that bad boy up.
Yep.
JB welded to death.
JB welded, yeah. Well, I've got some master welder skills that I could put to use.
So how long have you had that monster truck, and how long have you been playing with it?
About a month.
A month? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah, we
hasn't
shot the video in
broken?
October.
Did you break anything on him?
Wow.
That's pretty
They're
good.
lightweight. I don't think it's gonna be easy to break anything on it because it's lightweight.
I thought the servo would go out because you're standing on the tires a lot and doing weird things. with the
No,
tires.
servos were fantastic. It was crazy. That servo saver is really good. We did have one motor that was being a little bit finicky, but yeah. But yeah, other than that, I mean, they all ran. We kept them running through the whole shoot. So
You need to go to a skate park now.
yeah,
Yeah.
nah. Well, they
Bad
could. They
gloves.
might be able to take it better. They fixed the axles. I don't know if anybody noticed, but it's not the same design as the old one.
Okay.
That had like that differential mid part. So the flat back of the axle or inside had 3 parts, plus then the 2 bottom parts for holding on the links, and then you had your side parts. So there's a bunch. Well, they just flipped it to its like a front and a back part, and then the sides and still the 2 that hold your links. But instead of having 3 parts around the diff, which was a failure point, they left it solid all the way across. So that should stiffen it up. Plus the thickness of them and just the small size and the how light they are. It feels like they should be almost indestructible. I hate to say that because somebody's going to break it and prove me wrong, but I've seen people drive now at events and I'm like, oh.
So what do you think?
Yes, we have to be careful what we say about cars because people can't drive them like at all. Like,
No.
like, even people you think that could, they're great with crawlers, and then you see them with a basher, and you're like, that's the guy that turns into stuff and says, I only drove it in the parking lot, and somehow it's like in 500 pieces. Like
Hit the curb 20 times.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to be doing races like they do with the 10 scale? You think they'll be having things like that?
Yeah, they're gonna have nice little mini jams.
Yeah, I think like if I were to start racing here, which I've talked about doing, I would probably start with these.
Okay.
And just say stock motors, stock whatever. Because man, we raced them at Ryan Anderson's, or it was actually at Adam's house. So much fun. Like when they were all stock, and you're just you're going for off the line and the best driving at that point, you know, who can control it the best.
I mean, because you used to, you were with 10 scale, you were,
Thank you.
you're still racing those monster trucks. So I assume they might make a class for the 1/18 scale.
They already have. They started the 24 scale ones in some of them. So it's a matter of whether they're so far in with people having built them and are not going to change the rules to include them, which would make sense. But I think other classes, other ones don't have a start. And at $270, the entry point for these is way cheaper than the entry point for a $650 LMT to get into doing it. So if you're going to do a stock class, I think you do it with these smaller ones. So, and just get rid of like the LMT stock class and make it a, you know, a brushed again. So, but that's me. And I don't run any comps. So
you're not gonna really do any modifications, at least as far as the motor is concerned.
Well, if it was a stock class, you wouldn't allow it. You might allow pinion changes, but typically you don't. You want them to be running the same speed. You can tune your shocks, you can do whatever, but it's usually stock wheels, tires, you know, change your body, which people will do because it'll make it lighter, but you try and keep it. And I'm hoping that because they are smaller and lighter and more affordable, I'm hoping that they'll come out with more bodies and things like that for them, or like not just have 2 trucks, but more. What's cool about it in the way they built it too is like Monster Jam can actually sell them there. Like you could walk out with that box in your hand, like a kid at a show. And it's at that kind of price point where you're like, a parent could be crazy enough to be like, yeah, you can get that. So I'm like at the event, you know, where they had the LMTs there. And it's like, one, you got to carry the stupid thing out. It's massive, but it's also $700 there. Like, you know, they tack on the price for having to carry them around to all the shows. So it's even more expensive than at your hobby shop. So
I don't know. Little ones talk about making the kids' day, you know, at the end of the Monster Jam.
Yeah.
So as they were this little car, the people who actually drive the one-to-ones.
What?
I assume that they had the guys who actually drive those trucks and one-to-ones. They drive those too.
Yep.
Yeah, on the video,
check out
Brad,
his video.
on the video that
all the videos
Tony filmed, it's actually the drivers of those real truck that are driving those small ones.
Yeah,
it's the Anderson family.
Didn't you see the video?
I saw
RC Sailors.
You sent me a link of that video.
I saw RC Sailors.
Did you not watch it?
RC Sailors.
RC Sailors. Man. But if you go on Losi website or the Losi YouTube site, you'll see it's the Andersons. They're driving it.
That's funny.
But that was a funny comment, Brad, and that really wraps up the night, because we're going to start saying a round table and saying goodbye. And we're going to start with you, Brad.
Well, thanks for having me. I thought we had a couple of newbies in the chat room today, but I don't know. I didn't get to ask you guys that. Too bad I can't afford these little cars or any of them.
Me neither.
Because I'm interested in some of the smaller ones, like that LMT and the Grom, but I can't afford them.
Maybe one day. You got to win the lotto. You got to buy tickets.
Maybe one day.
The lotto. Mitchell.
Thanks for having me. And chat. I'll get you guys on the next one. Keep them fast. And good to see you, Tom.
Thank you. John Martin.
Thanks for having me. Interesting what we've learned about them today, the mini LMTs, and I'm sure we'll find out more. Thanks for having us, and see you in the next one.
Thank you. Kurt?
Thanks for the invite, Tank, and yeah, it's a great live with the little car and a remote.
Cool. Sergeant J.
Hey, I came in late, but I appreciate the invite and always awesome hanging out with you guys. Hopefully, I'll get one of the little LMTs to go with this sucker here soon.
I was just
But,
gonna say,
get
you
out
got the
there.
Grom.
Yeah, bash,
he's got the
break,
Grom
fix,
too.
repeat.
Your tires are dirty though. It's not like Guru's.
Yeah,
Yours are
Guru's.
dirty.
He hasn't even taken it out of the box yet. I don't think.
Oh, he took it out of the box. He was
Oh, he
holding
did.
it earlier.
Oh,
Yeah, we've seen it earlier.
You're right. I did see it.
Thanks.
Let's go to Nate.
It's always nice to be on the live. I learn something every time I'm on here, and I appreciate that. Nice seeing you guys.
Cool. Thank you. Gems.
Thanks for having me, Tank. Tony, awesome video on the trucks, and thanks for sharing all the info on it. Hit the thumbs up on your way out, everybody.
Thank you very much. Truck Tech Joe.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. It was some good conversations tonight. Good new product, and looking to see who gets them and what kind of mess we can get in with them.
Thank you. Keith.
Thanks for the invite, Tank. Keep your RC's money. Whoop. Thanks for the invite, Tank. Keep your RC's money, your hamster's smiling. See you next week.
Thank you. And I think your cat wants to say something, or is he sleeping?
Yeah.
He did. He
Sleeping.
just said something.
It just did.
She.
Tony.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And I'm definitely gonna check out the radio. I heard you guys talking about it.
Oh yeah.
And it looks interesting for sure. I don't think I've ever seen something quite like it with kind of the open source kind of idea that they're doing with it. But yeah. Very cool.
That looks interesting. Thank you very much for coming in and talking about the mini LMT. It's awesome to get the first-hand experience of somebody that's actually driven it. And we really appreciate you dropping in here early. That said, guys, thank you for everybody that came up in the live and also showed up for the chat. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time. Till then, go charge up some batteries, go out there, break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun, right, Brad?
I hate breaking things. I don't have fun.
Hey, Brad, you gonna take it the 18th to the skate park?
I have an 18 scale that I want to bring to the skate park just for you.
Take it there. Take it there.